What is going on, everybody? What is up? What's happening, y'all? Happy Thursday to you all. This is this is a very let me correct myself here. This is a very special edition of not just sad. This is something that we're calling, and I'm, who knows, maybe this will be a weekly thing if AEW plays their cards right. This is a special edition of S.A.D.A.R. Thank you, Romeo, for the suggestion here. S.A.D.A.R. Something about Dynamite and Rampage. Yes, as you guys know, yesterday AEW went live with not just an episode of AEW Dynamite, but also a special episode of Rampage. Now, for obvious reason, they're preempted because this Friday is March Madness, and I hope for those of you out there that do follow the tournament and all that stuff, and hopefully your school that you're rooting for, or whatever it may be, succeeds, and good luck and all that stuff. But what's going on, everyone? I am that dude that they call Steve, and this right here, he is still your ATP UK champion, the one, the Detroit, Detroit's favorite son, Big Mike. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, but S.A.D.A.R, huh?
S.A.D.A.R, yeah, S.A.D.A.R, yes, S.A.D.A.R. Hey, man, listen, it's better than Pop the Boom, right? The Dynamite review.
Yeah, I mean anything's better than that, but
yeah. So, how you been, Mike? What's going on with you?
I've been good. How about you?
Spit out my drink. Romeo writes here, and maybe this will be. And when you said maybe this will be a weekly thing, who knows? Who knows? March Madness probably looking good so far, Steve. That's wonderful, bro. That's wonderful. Good luck to you on that one. But yeah, bro. Listen, I said this on Twitter, and I'm going to say this again. I think it's a smart move, honestly, if they do this on a weekly basis. Make Rampage the third hour of AEW on Wednesday nights. Because let's be honest here. I know. Listen. I understand that it's difficult for them to get people to tune in on a Friday night, considering, Friday night smack. And listen, I don't want it to be like, because there are people who go out on Friday nights. The people who do, people who go out and all that stuff. But I do think it's a smart move. On Wednesday nights, they'll probably get a better number. And I said this, they'll probably get a better number than what they probably get on Friday nights. And from what I've gathered, I'm right. I'm right. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Listen, really, to be honest, listen. I'll be honest with you. I thought last night's Dynamite was pretty good. From a wrestling standpoint, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, bro. Dynamite was good.
And then you had Rampage, and Rampage, listen, I had it on the background.
Didn't watch it.
I respect the honesty. Listen, Mike, I respect the honesty. You could have sat here and told me, you know what, you watched the clips, but I respect the honesty, Mike.
Didn't watch it. Fell asleep actually. As soon as
you heard this.
No, there wasn't even a This Is Rampage. Towards the end of the finish of the main event of Dynamite, they blacked out, came back in Rampage, and then the finish of the main event happened. There was no This Is Rampage.
Basically, they were in the mud, huh? Rampage got close to what NXT gotten this week. Oh, really? So I've heard. But overall, listen, let me know your thoughts, guys, in the chat. Your thoughts on AEW last night. What did you like? What you didn't like? If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. Also, while you're at it, if you guys are feeling generous as all heck here, it would be appreciated if you leave us a super chat. It does help out the channel. So hit the $sign down below in the little chat in the chat here on YouTube. Hit the little $sign. Give us a donation. It does help out the channel. Also, if you want to become an ATP channel member, It's only $2.99 a month. You get bonus content. You get, also early access, members only streams. We are doing the throwback this Sunday. We are doing the throwback. Hopefully, we are doing a watch along to WrestleMania 25. And if you are a
You said
channel member,
Sunday.
yeah, this Sunday, yeah. And
Mm.
if you are a channel member, you get to join us on the watch along. You get to join us on the
That was a
watch along.
Saturday.
Well, Saturday is Romeo Mania.
Mm.
So there's that as well. And also with ATP Gaming, if you are a channel member, if you have a call in 2K24, WWE 2K24 that is, you get to be part of the roster. You get to be part of the roster. Okay, my bad. Yeah, next Saturday. Okay, correction. Oh shit, I won't even be on, bro. I'm gonna be in Virginia. Fuck, man. In the mud, yeah. I'll be in Virginia. I'm there in spirit. I'm there in spirit. Um, but let's get into this, shall we? Without further ado, uh, go ahead with that rating, boss. Well, I'm told that CPZ. I'm told that we will be joined by TK in just a moment here. Waiting for him to join because he's actually celebrating for some reason. Have you heard about this, Mike? Have you heard that
No,
TK has been celebrating? TK
I
has
mean he
been.
celebrates just for opening his phone. So I
I
don't know
don't
what
know,
he would be celebrating.
but I heard he's celebrating right now. Per him, over 1.3 million people watched AEW last night. If you, and I said this too, like, yo, if you're watch these fans, dude, combine the numbers, and there's some who are doing it. Like, there's some who are doing it, and there's some who are like, you know what I mean. But between us though, I will say this though, CPZ. Um, and DACP is here. He is the co-host, my co-host on Impact Breakdown. The ones you guys know real quick, there will not be an Impact Breakdown tonight. I have to be at work at 2 a.m. tomorrow, so yeah, no Impact Breakdown tonight. And also, there's that. But we will Impact Breakdown will be back next Thursday. So we'll go back next Thursday to stream Thursdays if you might. So let's get into this, Mike. Let's get into this AEW Dynamite. It was crazy. It was a crazy night. They were in Toronto. They were in the Coca-Cola Coliseum. Sold out, Mike. You don't know about this, Mike? They sold out the building, bro.
Let's fucking go.
How many people?
Like 5,000, I think it was. Let me see here. Let me see what the Coca-Cola Coliseum, right? That's where they were at. They were in Toronto. So the capacity is 7,779. That's their capacity.
Mm.
So they had about, let me go on WrestleTix real quick here. WrestleTix might know about this. Let's see here. But according to people, it was sold out. So it was a sellout. So keep that in mind. Let's see here. So their setup was 16. So they had literally distributed 6,160 tickets. So it's a sellout for them, if you will. For them, it was a sellout.
Mm.
No, Millie. What? Who am I kidding, man? Who am I kidding? No, Millie.
I knew you couldn't hold it again.
I couldn't hold it. I couldn't, man. You get cash those tickets, Mike. Cash those tickets. Cash them in. Got you. But overall, it wasn't bad. They were in Toronto. Granted, they weren't at Scotiabank Arena, like Forbidden
You
Door.
wouldn't be able to feel it all.
I'm sure they wouldn't. Not like TD Garden either, But nevertheless, good on them. Good on them, though. In all seriousness, good on them. Here we are praising AEW. So this show opened up, Mike, just like last week with Mercedes Moné, bro. Just like last week, just like Mercedes Moné. Per Dave Meltzer, if you listen to him, guys, felt very WWE like. Yeah. Would you agree there with Tuna? Would you agree with him? It felt very WWE like the entrance.
I mean, when you bring her writer from WWE over, it's gonna sound very WWE like. And what people are slowly realizing is that she's not a good promo.
I'm dying to see the breakdown. I'll be honest with you, man. It felt like the same shit she said on last week. It's just the same shit. Just that you took basically the material from Boston and you brought it to Toronto.
Yeah.
That's what this was. Yeah. That's basically what this was. And there's moments, bro, and they had this, like, they put the camera on the crowd. Mm-hmm. There was a section, bro. They're just sitting there. Like,
yeah. Guess what? As we saw later in the match, they don't fuck with Boston.
They don't. Toronto, huh? Was it like is it a Blue Jays Red Sox feud? Is it a Raptors Celtics feud? Is it a Maple Leafs Maple Leafs Bruins? That's what it is, huh? That's what it is. That's the feud, huh?
I was going to say 3 strikes and you're out, Steve.
Did I get it right?
You got it. Yeah, you got it on the 3rd.
Okay, just making sure. You never know,
because that's what was in the damn match.
I know. That is true. I never thought Christian Cage would be a Boston Bruins fan. It's like someone saw the criticism.
Not a Bruins fan. He's just a heel.
I know why they didn't set up the feud for their promo last week, and they fixed it this week.
I guess the high of emotion.
I guess so. She was just happy.
It's her first time back in 10 months.
Well, over.
She was at home.
US TV on US TV. Let's get it correct here.
On US TV over 10 months, but to us,
2 years and change. Not like you weren't doing anything, just sitting at home. Not like you were, just sitting at home for 2 months getting a paycheck by Tony Khan. Must be nice. But she basically talked about how just the same one shit like I mentioned before, right? She's here to start a global women's revolution. A global women's revolution. Now, Mike, listen, you know me, bro. I respect what the women are doing, man. You know me since day one. I've always been supportive, bro. I've always been happy. So for me, bro, they get a clap, bro. You know what I mean? No, what are you talking about? It's no cap. Come on, man.
That's cap.
Broke me, Mike. It's the month of March, Mike. Come on, man. You know me, man. I've always been supportive of what
that got to do with the price of tea in China.
What happened?
So what does the month of March have to do with the price of tea in China?
It's International Month. Come on, man. But she talked about that. And they played a vignette, right? What she basically did in her time away from WWE. She was part of the Mandalorian, right? I don't even watch the Star Wars series. I know she was a character on the show. I'm not familiar with it, right?
Everybody's a character in the show, Steve.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, I don't know her character name on the show. I don't know her character name on the show. I don't watch The Mandalorian. Mike, do you know?
To be honest with you, Steve,
you ain't the only.
I forget too. And I'll watch the show.
Okay. Fair enough.
All I know is she has cornrows and an action figure.
She's a sucker for cornrows and manicures. Okay. Good. Begin 15 minutes. Let's go Team USA. She talked about, walking the runway in Paris, right? In Paris, right? She had like 4 lines and nobody remembers her character. Hey, good to know we're not the only one.
She got an action figure out of it.
And they also the surprised by Trinity because we can't call her Naomi on Wednesday nights. And look who's here joining us now. The man responsible for the sign, and literally a hat trick. This is literally a hat trick. signing Will Ospreay, Mercedes Moné, Kazuchika Okada for the money that they are deserving. Ladies and gentlemen, your friends and your friend, Mike's friend, my friend. I beat him this past Saturday. No hard feelings. It is what it is. The one, the only, the great Mr. Tony Khan. TK, what's going on, good sir?
Greetings, everybody. Hello, how's it going? Thank you for having me on, Steve, and thank you to the over 1.3 million people who tuned in to watch AEW Dynamite and Rampage last night. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. It's great. You know, it's great when AEW is being successful and doing its thing. We also got a new Continental Classic champion. We also got a new TNT champion. So this is just great stuff overall. I'm very excited, very happy with the results.
Man, listen, congratulations. They said it couldn't be done, right, Mike?
Right.
They said it couldn't be done, and here you are, man. How does it feel, Mr. Khan? How does it feel?
Well, it feels great. It feels great to be vindicated that Rampage is an important show. It's not a show that a lot of people sleep on. It has a lot of important themes. And if you watch last night's episode of Rampage, I think it really showed how important that show is to the AEW infrastructure.
CPZ, what's so funny, CP? Why the question mark, CPZ?
Yeah, CPZ, if you don't do the math, 800,000 watched Dynamite.
The math.
541,000 watched AEW Rampage.
Mike, we talking about math.
That's over 1.3 million people.
Well, I remember I said this on Twitter. Watch fans do the math. And it's funny because one of your fans, Mr. Khan, said that that's not how it works. So I'm like, yeah. So it's
even they're starting to wake up.
Yeah. So per Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics,
I like Brandon. He provides great data, great value.
So last night's averaged 800,000 viewers, up from last week. Okay. 0.27 in the demo, right? 18 to 49 rating. Meanwhile, Rampage, AEW Rampage, on a Wednesday night, because again, you guys were preempted because of college basketball. All right, average immediately following.
My bracket already got busted. It was the other bracket got busted too. Oregon just lost. It really costing me my bracket. You know who's doing good in the bracket is actually Evil Uno. He has a good bracket right now. It's crazy.
You got a parlay, Mr. Khan? Get your parlay going?
Well, you know what a bracket is, Steve.
Another bracket, though, FanDuel, DraftKings. I know DraftKings sponsors AEW.
Well, this is a March Madness, so the college basketball. There's 64 of the best teams. It's almost like the AEW Continental Classic or the March Madness tag tourney that I'm running. But we don't need this whiteboard. We don't need the whiteboard to make sense.
I should call Chase. Should we call Chase? Let me see if I can call Chase on the phone here.
No, I mean, I don't think you need to call. I don't think you need to call him.
It went to voicemail, so don't worry about it.
Oh, that's good. Anyways, so I just wanted to break it down to you guys. What do you mean?
That's how much Rampage average, which is a bump up from other Friday nights.
And if you combine the two ratings, it's 1.4 million people who tuned in.
That may be correct, but rules are rules, Mr. Khan. This rules are the rules. You know what? I had high hopes, Big Mike. Big Mike.
Really?
I can't.
Or were you just high?
No. I had hopes. Maybe third hour leeway. People will stick around. What the? What was that? Are you there, Mr. Khan?
We get it. You think you're fun, and I hear you're clicking too, which is the funny part. So you can't blame this on Julio, Javier, Javier, Hernandez, whatever names that you like to make up.
Well,
Hold on,
Javier's
Steve.
Javier's on a holiday right now. He's on holiday, so he's in.
Yeah, the holiday up your ass, whatever, Steve.
Well, you know what? Just for that, I was gonna be nice, Mr. Khan, but just for that,
No,
yeah,
you got you. You're. I literally had such a good episode of Dynamite last
it
night, and
was. It
also to a
was.
great episode of AEW Rampage. I did all that. And I got over 1.3 million people to tune in and watch the show. All right, I got 1.3 million people, 1.3 million fans watch my show.
Yeah, I guess. You know what, Big Mike? Anything you want to chime in on this? Anything you want to?
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you combine, yeah, sure, but technically, less than 300,000 turn the channel off.
He makes a valid point there. Yeah, get Professor Chase up here. Right, I think right now Chase is busy. So there's that as well. But listen, overall, it was a very good Dynamite, I must say.
It was a really fantastic episode. We crowned a new Continental Classic champion. We also crowned a new TNT champion, and there was a lot of great progression towards the AEW tag team titles.
Yeah, you know what? It got people. There's some build going up to Dynasty. So I'm looking forward to that. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it, ladies and gentlemen?
I mean, it's probably one of the best produced episodes that we've done.
Right? What can make this even better, guys? Seriously, what can Tony? Can you explain the Triple Crown situation from CPZ?
Well, what does there need to be explained?
A lot of people.
No, Steve. See, you gotta stop cutting me off, man. When I'm answering a question, they're not asking Steve the question; they're asking me the question. Right? No, they're asking me the question. No, okay, keep it a good picture up. Get good picture, Steve. Come on, get a good picture on the screen right now. That's not a good picture, man. Come on, why do you have all these bad ones? Can't you just keep all the good ones?
You know what? Here's a throwback.
Why do you have all the bad ones? Just keep.
Here's a throwback Thursday for you.
Yeah, we don't have this argument every time. Oh my goodness, whatever. Anyways, so the Triple Crown. When I first, I kind of misspoke a little bit. I was a little bit excited when Eddie Kingston entered the tournament, and I said we were unifying the belts, but really what I should have said is that someone would have 3 separate titles that they can defend at any time. Like that's what I really should have said under respective brands, because I'm not defending the Continental Classic Championship on New Japan Strong or Ring of Honor. So I misspoke. That's on me. And really, to be honest, the Continental Classic it's as pure as the pure title when it comes to wrestling. No outside interference, 20-minute time limit. It's something that the fans really love, and we now got a champion. Eddie Kingston did a great job leading as why are you promoting the network? Okay, go back to me, Steve. No, go back to me. Go back. Thank you. Anyways, Eddie Kingston did a great job as the first ever Continental Classic champion. Now Okada is a Continental Classic champion, but Eddie Kingston's still a double champion in AEW with the ROH and the New Japan Strong Championship.
To my understanding, Eddie Kingston will be talking tonight at Ring of Honor. I know you guys also have Supercard of Honor coming up in a couple of weeks, live from Philadelphia. To my understanding, it's Mark Briscoe versus Eddie Kingston for the championship.
And that might be one of the most emotional main events that you'll see. And you want to talk about cinema? I think we might have the most crazy main event on that weekend.
I remember it's ready to think a year ago, Eddie Kingston was going in as the challenger against Claudio, right? And now here he is a year later to the day, almost going in as champion. It's amazing.
It's amazing, too, because Mark Briscoe has a chance to finish the story. He has a chance to become a Ring of Honor world champion, just like his brother Jay did at one point in time. I know Mark had a short run as Ring of Honor champion at one point, but this is something to, for Jay, because remember, he fought against the AEW world champion, the current AEW world champion, who was the king of television at the time, Samoa Joe, and lost. So this is a chance for redemption and, finishing his story. It's going to be great, man.
I hear you. Let me see. If you guys have questions for TK, guys, send in your questions. Oh, come on, Romeo. Tony, Rampage put Big Mike to sleep.
Well, that's on Big Mike. Maybe he should have drank that energy drink, or maybe that he should have been more excited. I don't understand how Rampage can put anyone to sleep. I mean, that's on him for maybe having a way too early bedtime. I don't know. I can't. Big Mike must go to bed really early then if he's falling asleep during that jam-packed action of Rampage.
Yeah, I have important things to do in the morning. So, normally on a Friday, I don't even tune in. So to try and even watch it, it's kind of a hard thing to do.
Well,
So I tried. I mean, I woke up to the main event, and then that put me to sleep too. So
I know.
I don't know.
Well, you're missing out on really great wrestling, and that's on you, man.
Well, Steve, could you tell me one thing that I missed out that was so good on Rampage?
Well, honestly, you know me. I've always supported the women. It was a great main event between.
Outside of the main event, what else did I miss?
Well, you missed the Gun Club, the Bang Bang Gang, doing a promo via poolside, and they did this whole thing where they had Darby Allin as a skeleton going down a water slide. And also you missed a tag team match, playa. You missed, Orange. You missed Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta representing Chaos versus the Don Callis family of Kyle Fletcher and Powerhouse Hobbs. You missed, oh man, this was a squash. You missed Katsuyori Shibata versus Kevin Matthews, aka KM. I know him very well. He books WrestlePro here in Jersey. And you missed also, Mike. You won't believe this, Mike. You also missed Konosuke Takeshita versus Rocky Romero.
I mean, what a great way to showcase some of the great talents of AEW, and that you just say that that meme where the Rock touches his theme and it does the theme. Oh man, I got goosebumps of you just talking about it, Steve. That was great, man. Thank you.
You see this? I'm praising AEW, and you think I don't praise AEW?
No. I just think that you're mean to me, Steve.
No, I'm not being mean.
No, you are. You like control. You're an instigator. It's okay, but Steve, I do have to head out soon. But before I go, I got to make a sad announcement. Pun intended there, because we're on sad. You guys can laugh at it too. It was a pretty good. It was a pretty good joke. So anyway, Steve, in our match at ATP Gaming, the Big Bang, I actually suffered an injury.
Oh, you got hurt? What happened? It wasn't it's not to the face, right? It's not to the.
No. I won't disclose the injury at this moment of time, but I won't be able to compete in our cage match at Restorative Healing as I wanted to. But I got a suitable replacement for me. He said that he cannot wait to kick your ass. And it's gonna be great, man. And he's gonna reveal himself on next week's episode of Something About Dynamite.
I got a feeling it might be someone from my past, huh?
Maybe so, man. But he told me that he'll definitely
Romeo. Oh, boy.
Okay, Romeo. I do not have one of those. First of all, I don't want to discuss it right at this moment in time. Okay, it's something I don't want to disclose.
How's that? How can they even be respectful?
Come on, man.
I'm trying. I'm trying to. Look, I don't want to be like with Nick Aldis, where they somehow found out he tore his bicep. And I hope that guy gets better. He's a really nice guy. I respect him a lot and everything. So I hope he's really good. I hope he's fine and everything. So. But yeah, just like Nick Aldis, I suffered an injury against Steve. It was actually when Paul grabbed me and threw me back in the ring. I won't explain what it is, but he threw me back in the ring and it really injured me. So I might have to put a lawsuit on Paul too. But don't worry, Steve. At Restorative Feeling, you'll still be inside a steel cage. It'll still be a good match, and you'll still be really good.
Well, okay, Mr. Khan. You say so, man. If you say
so.
Okay,
you can remove that bad picture. So Steve, just see, I'm gonna go in the back end and delete all the bad pictures.
The back end? What do you mean the back end? What do you mean?
The back end, where the links are and everything.
I don't know if you can do that, Mr. Khan, but
I know I can. I have the link that Walter sent me.
I suppose, Mr. Khan, but I know you got a busy schedule. I know there's no There's no Fulham game this week on the count of it's international break. What else you got going on, Mr. Khan? Can you, if you can, now that I have you here, can you tell the viewers what can they expect this Saturday on Collision?
Oh, Steve, AEW Collision is going to be another great episode of this great show.
With the back end.
I was laughing at that comment. I forgot to say, I learned about that pause. Pause is a really crazy trend that people are saying nowadays, huh?
I guess so. But Mr. Khan, tell the viewers out there, what can they expect from Collision this weekend?
Steve, I'm still kind of laughing at that pause thing, so
come on, Mr. Khan.
What? It's kind of funny. Like, why do we say pause? Like, why do we say pause?
I don't know.
But why? What's the Skippy, Steve? Can you tell me what the Skippy is?
And it's with the kids now. Back in the day, people would say something different regarding what used to be the word pause. But we live in a day and age now where we can't say it. And if I say it now, I might get canceled.
Well, guess what? I don't care, Mr. Tony Khan. The reason why we say pause is because if you say something very homoerotic.
Whoa, Mike, whoa, please, Mike, no.
That might get your next review preempted, just like AEW Collision got preempted by the great action of March Madness that is taking place. There's no Collision Saturday, Steve. I knew.
But what's happening? But what's happening next Saturday, Big Mr. Khan? What's happening next Saturday?
I don't know what's happening next Saturday. I ain't watching.
Mr. Khan, what's happening next Saturday, Mr. Khan?
Well, it's going to be Easter on Sunday, Steve. It's the first Easter in March since 2008.
What's happening? I see here FTR versus who are these? The Infantry.
It's a tag team tournament, Steve.
Elaborate more on that match, Mike. Mr. Khan, what's important about this match? What's the importance of this match?
Well, it's for the tag team. It's for the tag team champion. It's for the tag team tourney, Steve. Okay. Are you not watching the show? Or are you not paying attention? We have a huge tournament for the tag team titles.
On what show again?
AEW Collision.
#AEW Collision. Saturday. Ain't nobody watching that. Come on.
You guys are so
When do we get that?
You guys are so hilarious. You guys think you're so funny with all your little clips, all your little memes. You guys don't do this. I don't see the #WWE NXT. No one's watching that because no one watches it. No one watches that dumb little show with all those loser little NIL talented wrestlers. They want to watch real wrestling, and we give them that real wrestling. We give them that real wrestling every single week. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. You guys can talk about the ratings. You can talk about all you want, but you can't. But pound per pound, we have the best talented roster in the wrestling business today. Pound per pound, we're the best roster.
Say the overpaid roster.
No, we're the best. We're the best roster in AEW in wrestling today. You cannot compare our roster. I mean, if you look at it, the main guy for WWE can't even show up or wrestle. The other main guy for the WWE has a torn ACL. The other main guy for the WWE, I made him into a star. The reason why he's the star he is today is because I made him into that star. And you guys cannot deny it. Their other main guy, I also brought back from the dead. They weren't going to bring that guy back. I brought him back. I made that guy. I made that guy again. All right. So you can talk about their roster, talk about how great it is. But when you look at my roster is one of the best rosters of all time. It is one of the best rosters. I have one of the best in-ring wrestlers of all time. It will Ospreay. I have one of the best draws in Japan history in Kazuchika Okada. And my main woman, Mercedes Moné, can walk circles over all the women on the WWE roster. I mean, okay, Becky Lynch, not really that good in the ring. Let's be real. She's not that good in the ring. Mommy, she can't even carry a match. Bianca can't carry a match. You know who carried Bianca to a good match? Mercedes Moné. And that's a fact. You can watch the match again, watch the match again, and you'll see that, Mercedes carried Bianca to that good match. Jade, he keeps saying he's ready, not ready. She's not ready. Okay, she's not ready. That's why I kept her at the TBS title for as long as I did. That's why I kept her at the TBS title for as long as I did. And then also Charlotte, very talented woman, yes, but she's no Mercedes Moné. She doesn't have the drawing power that Mercedes Moné has.
Oh, wow. That was, Mr. Khan. I thought
And then you gotta look at my champions too. My world heavyweight champion is one of the most scariest threats in Samoa Joe. I also have my Continental Classic champion being Okada. I have Roderick Strong as the international champion, probably one of the best work rate wrestlers on the roster. The only guy on that stupid roster up north that is worth a damn is Gunther. That's the only one that they have that's worth a damn. And everyone else, you could just say whatever about them. They're not as good as this roster. None of their up and coming talent are as good as what I have up and coming. Braun Breaker is just another explosive little midget. That's all he is. He is another little explosive little guy that does a spear. Great, that's very original. Everyone else can do a spear too. No. Everyone can do a spear. It's okay. Ricky Starks is literally what I have. I have Ricky Starks. And if he releases WWE good, he'll get lost in the shuffle just like Andrade is getting lost in the shuffle. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Some would say Moose has has a good spear too, Mr. Khan.
Well, he's in TNA. We're not talking TNA, Steve. We're talking about AEW and WWE right now. You're just bringing up random names. Why do you do this?
I hear you.
But that's why my roster is the best. They don't have any young stars that are worth a damn. I took away 3 of the biggest free agents of all time, and you guys can make fun of the ratings. You can talk about all you want, but at the end of the day, you guys are going to be laughing. By this time next year, y'all going to be laughing. Y'all making fun of me right now, but y'all going to be laughing when I and AEW end up getting back to the Millies, and then we have such success with the 3 stars I just signed.
Wow. Yeah, you got the dogs barking. You see that, Mr. Khan? You got the dogs barking.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite dogs too, Steve. It's one of my favorites. Anyways, I gotta leave. You guys really know how to fire me up and stuff. But look, they're a good show, but their roster is not on par with my roster. My roster is the best roster of all fucking time. And I'll say that again. It's the best roster of all fucking time. You can put that on a fucking t-shirt.
Pro Wrestling Super Team, huh? Wow, Mr. Khan. Listen, we feel the passion, Mr. Khan. I know you got a busy schedule ahead of you, and they got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, and all your stupid little clips, hashtag watching all these wrestlers who watches. I don't give a fuck. My shows are the best produced shows of all time.
Yo, yeah, I agree. Tony, can you tell off and stop yelling so much, bruv?
That's how he cuts his promos. I'm not going to tell anyone how to cut their promos. If I wanted to micromanage someone, I would have just been an assistant at NXT. All right? I'm not an assistant at NXT. I'm the owner of All Elite Wrestling.
You heard it here first. All right, Mr. Khan. Thank you for the time, man. You take it easy.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. And hashtag WWE NXT. Who watches that anyways?
That's why we don't even. Well, we're supposed to wait a minute. Wait a minute. Were you supposed to challenge Hickenbottom to a War Games match? What happened to that?
Well, he didn't choose his wrestlers. Just like his decision making in NXT to decide if he's going to push Trick Williams. He can't even choose a wrestler.
Well, that's fair. Tony Khan. Oh, come on. Tony Khan sounds like in the mud.
I don't sound like him. Okay, I have my own distinct voice. Okay.
I hear. Well, I guess so.
But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I really like Caden. I really think you should bring him back.
I think he takes advantage of one of your employees for free tickets. I must say, just like
okay, Steve.
But that's not here. But that's not here or there. But I digress.
I can't believe you said that on the air. That's ridiculous.
Hey, it was a lot of people do. It's okay. A lot of folks do. It's okay. All right, Mr. Khan. Thank you for the time. You have a good day, man.
You too, Steve. You too, Big Mike. Have a good one.
Good night, Mr. Khan. Oh man, he was on fire, bro. He was on fire. Anyway, let's get through the show. Where were we, man? So we had Okada versus Eddie Kingston for the Continental Championship. And listen, did you really think that Okada was gonna lose, bro? Come on.
Hey, you can't never put it past Tony Khan.
Nah. Beat him. Beat Eddie Kingston. The story's over, brother. The ride's over. Party's over.
Has Eddie Kingston always wore that as a ring gear?
But the singlet,
yeah.
Similarities, yeah, over the years. yellow, black and yellow. Yeah.
I'm just talking about in that style that he wore last night.
Yeah, something similar. Yeah. Also, real quick, I wanted to mention this because I know Tony Khan was on real quick. They did this whole thing with Mercedes, real quick, where was it Sky Blue and Julia Hart came out with steel chairs and
Oh, you gotta talk about that. Oh,
and
God.
then out came Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander to make the save, and there's a part where it looked like Willow was gonna,
Mm-hmm.
she thought about it, and again, I think it makes sense in a way because you think about it, right? And this is where it makes sense, but at the same time, they did it to themselves here, but not leaning into it. Because, like, yeah, she got hurt, but then people forgot, like, okay, it was her until we got reminded last week, unfinished business, and then you remember, oh, that's what happened. So, yeah. Anywho, your thoughts, Mike, on Big Kazu winning the title, man?
Yeah, man. First title in AEW. Good for him. It's a mid-card title, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. Match was decent. Outside of that, I wonder who he's gonna fight next outside of Eddie Kingston getting a rematch if he does. But I don't know. I don't know who he's gonna fight next for this title. I don't know if he's gonna hold it hostage and not defend it, but
I don't think hostage. Come on,
we'll see.
man. Hostage. Kingston
Yeah,
looked like
I
a
don't know.
default call. I guess so. Story finished before Cody, just like Edge did on Dynamite. G Nation. He's holding the title
Through the next bit. So next
most
summer.
likely. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I would not be surprised if he's holding that title all the way through through next C square, bro. Would not be surprised.
Jeez, that's a long time.
Yes, indeed it would be. Outside of that, listen, he won. I love how he got there in a Ferrari. He got there in a freaking Ferrari, bro. That's so badass, dude. Gave him Kenny in the finals. Can you imagine? Kenny in the finals, bro.
What's the update on his injury?
No idea.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I mean, Kenny, he's out with that diverticulitis, right?
Yeah, so I don't know
So
if
yeah, who knows
if
when that's coming? Yeah.
We don't know if he's getting surgery or not. But there was a thing after the match where Pac came out, confronted Okada. Likely they're gonna go at it at Dynasty.
Easy retain.
So it might be a fun match. I mean, if you remember,
yeah, but easy retain. It's not gonna lose it that fast.
I don't think so either. I don't think so. But should be a fun match. Should be what the kids call it, cinema, right? So
no, it's not gonna be cinema.
And likely Dave Meltzer will give it over he'll break his rating meter. So there's that too.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, come on, it's Big Kazu. Come on, bro. It's Okada we're talking about here. From there, Mike, we had Renee Paquette interviewing Swerve. He basically issued an open challenge for tonight. That's what happened, right? We also saw backstage from commercial Renee. She tried to interview Chris Statlander and Willow. Mercedes interrupt. She shakes Statlander's hand, and there's a little tension. And then Nightingale tried to speak to Mercedes, but Mercedes cuts her off and just walks away, I guess. But there's that. So they're leaning into that too, because what happened earlier in the night, right? So let's hope they cook here. They're cooking, as the kids say. So yeah. From there, we got Chris Jericho and Hook. It goes back to what I said a couple of weeks ago on my thoughts on Hook. I still stand by that. If you guys remember, not saying the match was bad or anything. It's just Chris Jericho trying to put over a young kid who I feel like just isn't ready or doesn't want it. Anything you want to add to that, Mike?
He gave him one heck of a put over in a promo after the match.
Yes, he did. He did.
And I don't think he deserved it.
I don't think he deserved it either. You know what I mean? Again, if you want to hear my thoughts on the Hook, just go back and go watch Steve's Kitchen. I've said this, but to me, he just a kid who doesn't want it, bro. You know, Hook Jericho was like, "I'm gonna make you look like Brock tonight, kid." You know what? You know what he should have done if that was the case. He should have let Hook elbow him in the face, elbow him on the head, the way Brock did Randy at SummerSlam. That's how you really put him over.
That would be hilarious. Though.
Hook doesn't look believable in his booking style. He doesn't. Just he's Taz's kid.
I don't like. He must be a fan of Batman. Has to be. Just the way his entrance is.
Maybe DC Comics in general.
Well, Batman is the only person in DC that has you turn the bat light on and you see the signal Batman, but I don't know. I'm not digging his presentation at all.
Yeah, you're not the only one, bro. You're not the only one. You are not the only one. And I hope it, again, I don't know where this is gonna go. But after the match, Jericho had a proposition for him. Some shit like that. So there was that, right? They did the fist bump, and that was whatever. Adam Cole discussed his disappointment in Wardlow's failure. I think everyone's already disappointed in Wardlow. And Adam says it's now Wardlow's job to make sure the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom continues to keep their gold. Can you believe that, Mike?
Yeah, I mean,
continue to maintain their gold.
And if they drop the dead weight, they can.
Likely. What do you think is Jericho's proposition for Hook is? Go bar hopping? Sip on the Grey Goose? Probably. Show him the ways, how to, you probably saw videos of Hook at the strip club and it's like, you know what, bro? Let me show you how it's done, man. Let me show you how it's done, kid. Let me show you how to let me show you how to carry a tab at the bar. That's probably what it is. People have thought Vince was crazy for doing Cole and Keith Lee. Yeah, he literally looked like a manager too, which is crazy. Adam Cole speaking there, telling the story, bro, looks like a manager.
Yeah,
I agree, Chris LeClaire. Nobody really cares about Wardlow. No one does. After this, Jericho tells Renee that he got what he wanted from Hook. And that next week he'll have a proposition for him. He needs a new. Here it is. You want to know what it is, bro? I'm gonna tell you what it is. Ready for this, bro? He wants him to be his Sammy, his new Sammy.
You think it's a faction coming out of this?
Probably bunch of young kids.
They're gonna take another Jericho.
They're gonna recreate. Oh. They're gonna recreate the Inner Circle 2000, baby.
Like Legion of Doom. Again, was a hot chick with friggin' nothing on.
I mean, you have Ortiz still on the roster. He ain't doing nothing. Santana's gone.
Nobody cares about Ortiz.
Hey, come on now. I think Jericho wants Hook to hook up with his wife or something. Can you imagine that, bro? Hey, Hook, need you to go in there. Let's role play for a second here. I'll be Ian Gary. I'll sit in the corner. You be with my wife and I watch. There you go. That's gonna be the thing.
Put her in a full Nelson.
Probably. Who knows? God help us. Will Ospreay spoke to Tony Schiavone and he previewed his upcoming match against Bryan Danielson by discussing the match that Danielson had with Katsuyori Shibata, and then challenges Shibata to a match for next week. Now, Mike, they did have a match about 7 years ago in New Japan when Will Ospreay was a junior heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
And in that match, Shibata beat the bricks out of him.
I believe it because of his wrestling style. He was very stiff.
He mollywopped him, basically. Mollywopped. And now things are different now because Ospreay is no longer that, 20-something-year-old kid that went to Japan. Now he's a 30-year-old man with a mortgage to pay, right? With a missus at home, pets, a kid. Homie just moved to the fucking States, bro. Just moved to the fucking States. Just saying. You learn from Okada-san. Learn from Okada. Be like Okada. Okada's relocating, right?
Yeah.
He's coming to America. Looks like Mike had enough of this company. LOL. He looks like it, huh? Yeah. Chris Jerick Holmes. Oh, come on. C. Diddy. Oh, no. C. Peasy. Come on. I care about
if his proposition is partying, then
yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. From there, Mike, we had Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm and Mariah May. I thought this was a fine tag team match. What about you, Mike?
Thought it was fine as well. I also hate that that the only way that they can book somebody into the title picture is if they pin the champion. I hate it in WWE when they did it a lot there, and they're doing it here. I mean, I guess they're gonna try and fit that and make that a story where Deonna Purrazzo pretty much gonna turn on Thunder Rosa, which is understandable because she wanted her as a partner, not as competition. So it's like whatever.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. So, to me, listen, I thought the match was fine for what it was. What we got out of this with Thunder Rosa pinning the champion. Thunder Rosa pins the AEW Women's World Champion in Toni Storm. This has to lead up to a match at Dynasty. From what I'm gathering here. So there's that, bro.
I guess so. I mean, how long has this been since Thunder Rosa's had a title match? Huh?
Ooh, a while, bro. So I'm all for it.
And she's going to get it just like that.
Just like that. Yep. Just like that.
Screw the rankings. Screw all of that. Just title match. Sounds good to me, Tony. Psych.
What does he even do? You know what's funny? He hasn't even mentioned the rankings in a minute, bro.
Well, guess what? Nobody gives a shit about him.
Go back to what I'm saying. What does he even do? Anywho, moving along here. We had Swerve Strickland in its open challenge. And guess who answered it, Mike? You would have thought, big time name, right? Big name in the business, right? Former world champion or something, or former champion, period, right? You would have figured that, right? Okay, open challenge, get people excited in Toronto, right? Big crowd, sold out arena. And who happened to answer the call, bro? Who happened to answer it? Be on the call of duty here, bro, to do everyone a solid, bro? The Butcher.
Bruh. The Butcher, bro. Like,
the fucking
bruh.
Butcher.
Play it again.
The fucking Butcher, bro.
Bruh. Tough. They finally give you a true open challenge. Because the only thing we knew what Swerve was doing is just hearing from him. So it's like, okay, we're hearing from Swerve. Open challenge. True. Okay, cool. True open challenge. Who's gonna answer it? It's the fucking Butcher, bro. It's like I tuned out of the match until we got the end of the match.
Exactly. Eggman from Sonic by Brandon Brown. That's what he looked like, Eggman from Sonic. Yeah.
He does. I mean, if he's like
here's the thing about it, right? Here's my issue with the match, right? I get it. The dude from Buffalo, and it's like Buffalo, Toronto. Is like, I get that. Like they reference the fact, he's from Buffalo, so it's like right there, right? Here's my issue with this, right? This match should have been a complete squash. And I'm not saying that, Butcher has got a little bit of offense in, which is fine. I get it. It's AEW. They won't do that because it's AEW, right? You get that in the Fed.
Right.
This match should have been a minute at best.
At
2
best,
minutes.
2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should not have been 3 minutes.
Because it's like, bro, who wants to watch how long this match was? Like 5-7 minutes?
No, Mike. You'd be shocked, bro. It's 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
It was 3 minutes. It felt longer. Who wants to watch?
And I agree with this. He didn't even squash him.
No, I don't know what's their problem of doing squash matches in AEW that's not Wardlow or Hobbs. It's okay. Like, it's okay to do it. Like, this is what the wrestling business is. You can squash a person or two and make the other person seem strong. It's warranted and called for, especially when Swerve is trying to get to the world title again.
Yeah, absolutely. And then after this, and the other thing about it, though, they mentioned, he got a win over submission. He made him tap out.
Mm-hmm.
First submission win, I guess, for him in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Out comes Samoa Joe right after this. And Joe just, basically he seems ready, right? Joe seems ready to fight Strickland. But then Don Callis came out.
I kind of like this, but I hate the Don Callis family. But I like this.
He got booed. Got booed the fuck out of Toronto, just like Dominic Mysterio and everywhere in the country, right?
Yeah.
And he's basically saying that Konosuke Takeshita, the real alpha, right? The alpha of this, right? Is undefeated, is also has a good record himself, the same record as Swerve, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have the same amount of wins and, all that stuff. And that next week, they're going to go at it. Swerve and Takeshita, which should be a fun match.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. It should be a banger, as the kids say, next week. And the winner of this looks like we'll probably face Samoa Joe at Dynasty. So there you go.
It's like another triple threat.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
I literally thought of that. As soon as they said the match, I was like, do they really want to have Takeshita lose? I know they want to pigeonhole a triple threat. I know they want to. I know they want to.
If they do that,
Tony Khan will pay for his crimes.
I'm like, bro, I know they want to, but they're probably not.
Joe gonna join the family. LMAO. Don't want to be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised neither.
Yes, you know what, bro? I guarantee you, somewhere out there right now, Tony Khan is praying to whatever God he prays to for MJF to be finally cleared, bro. That is if he's not. That is if again, his contract expired, right? We don't even know if he renewed or not. We don't even know,
right?
That he's just hoping and praying, like, bro, please come back, get back here for this. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, that's what's happening next week. It should be a fun one. From there, we got the main event. I Quit match. Adam Copeland, Christian Cage. This was fun. Two guys that are going to go out there, bro. And again, not do any crazy, not do bullshit. Right? They went out there and they fought, right? They referenced the 40-year friendship, right? Over 4 decades of friendship.
4 decades. Holy shit, Steve.
40 years of friendship, right? Their history, right? All that stuff. And I love that spot they're in the crowd, and Adam Copeland puts on the Maple Leafs jersey. There's a fan wearing a Bruins jersey, and he puts it on, and they're fighting like it's hockey almost, right? I'm sure you've seen hockey more than I do, obviously. So
I'm actually trying to peek at the Red Wings game right now.
Are they winning?
No, but nobody's winning. But it's every game is important right now.
Wow, playoff season's around the corner, right?
Yeah, every game is important, and we got the second wild card spot. So every game is important.
I even love that spot, bro. They have a ladder, and I think by the table, whatever, right? And Edge, Adam Copeland, drops Christian Cage on the ladder. Got a crazy pop. Yes, there was that little clutter. We can make the argument. There's this constant overbook near the end by Kill Switch, Mama Wayne, Nick Wayne, Matt Menard, Daniel Garcia. There's a spot where they all get handcuffed, and it's funny because they're stalling, and Christian's in the corner. Mama Wayne is right there with Christian, knowing they could stop this.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not doing a damn thing about it. They're letting everyone get cuffed. Even Christian gets cuffed. They're bleeding. Mind Adam was bleeding and everything, right? And then they bring out Spike, which is basically Adam's, Janice, right?
Right.
And he hits Christian with it. Hits him with it.
Where did he hit him?
Down below the belt.
Hit him in the dick.
Come on. Down below. Pardon the left. And he took it like a champ. Pause. Right? In the Yam Bag. Yeah, Yam Bag City. And then he goes for it again. And right there you go, I quit.
Should quit on the first one.
And then Adam Copeland is now your new TNT champion. Hell, not even the match was over. The match went into Rampage, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The match went into Rampage, bro. That's how you know
they blacked out and blacked back and faded back in to Rampage. They changed the graphics and everything. In the loins.
Yes. That's how you know, bro, we don't care about this Rampage right now. We just need Adam to win. TNT Drama, the official TNT Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the match wasn't even over yet. Adam Copeland's our TNT champion. So there's that. I mean, where do they go from here? I have no clue. I have no idea.
We'll probably get a rematch somewhere down the line. No, we're not.
So he won the title on Rampage? Likely. He won the title on Rampage.
Basically, yeah. He started the match on Dynamite and ended it on Rampage.
Yes. So there was that. And then even that, bro, they went to Rampage. 2 seconds later, the match was over.
Yep.
They didn't even wait. I'm like, wait, the screen went black, right? I'm like, literally, bro. There's a moment near the end of the match where the screen goes like this. I'm like, oh fuck, they fucked up. This is WCW all over again. Next thing you know, right, we're live on Rampage, and boom, that's when it happened. The Dynamite overall. Now you're probably asking me right now my thoughts on AEW Rampage. And I'm here to tell you right now.
The hashtag AEW Rampage after it. No one's watching that, dude. Yeah. Stop.
I had it on background noise, right? I'm going to just tell you guys the results. Chaos of Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy defeated the Don Callis family, Kyle Fletcher and Powerhouse Hobbs. Not surprised there. Katsuyori Shibata beat the holy heck out of Kevin Matthews, KM, in a minute and 23 seconds. Konosuke Takeshita beat Rocky Romero in 8 minutes 54 seconds. In the main event, Julia Hart and Sky Blue defeated Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale in a tag team street fight with 11 minutes and 26 seconds. And there was also that promo with the Bang Bang Gang and Poolside and that stuff. Yeah. So there was that. Can you guess, Mike, what was the highest rated match on this thing on Rampage?
Possibly the women's match.
If behind that by one is Konosuke versus Rocky Romero.
Wow.
And on Dynamite, they got an 8.15 out of 10. The highest voted thing here was Adam Copeland versus Christian, followed by Okada and Eddie Kingston. So that was AEW for you, man. So that was AEW for you. You can't brush over the women's match. Those women, yeah, they did. They bled. They went in. There's a spot where they went.
What did I say? I knew they were going to bleed.
They didn't break the table, the announce table. They literally got slammed into it. It looked brutal, bro. But Sky Blue did get the win. So there you go. It was. Yeah,
what did I say? What did I say? When you come off a bad rating with AEW and then they have a special night where they combine shows, what is one of his famous tricks? Women's street fight. bleed, go crazy. It kind of worked, but you were gonna have some viewership from the last show into this show, so this is whatever.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't move me, because I knew what it was gonna be. That's why I went to sleep.
Yeah. But that was AEW for you, man. I gave the Street Fight 5 stars. Good for you, Chris. Appreciate that. Yeah, there was also thumbtacks and all that stuff, and it was just crazy, bro.
Yeah, Street Fight's gonna do what a Street Fight's gonna do.
Yeah. And it's fine. Like, listen, I'm not gonna go crazy. Oh my god, I'm done with bra and panties matches and stuff like. I'm not doing that. I've seen people online do that. It is what it is. Do what you got to do. But good on them, right? Whatever. Not only whatever in a disrespectful way. Let me just be clear on that. I don't want people to think, oh man, you're being a hater, man. No. So there's that. All right, guys. I thought overall the show as a whole, I'm gonna give this a B.
Mm.
What about you?
I'm right along there with you. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, Dynamite. I didn't watch Rampage, but Dynamite, I give it a B.
Fair enough. And yeah, there you go. So in case you guys missed it,
No, Millie.
there you go. All right. In case you guys missed it, we've been busy here on the channel. We've been very at it, we've been at it, we did do an episode of Steve's Kitchen on Monday. We talked about the Rock concert and many other topics as well. I did the Raw rundown here. Chase joined me for a little bit, talked about Cody's clapback from the Rock concert. And here we are now with Steve's Kitchen, where Okada's the new Continental Champion, Adam Copeland is the TNT Champion. And also our next PLE is going to be ATP Restore the Feeling, coming up soon on WWE 2K24. If you are a channel member and if you have WWE 2K24, if you have a call, you get to be part of our roster. If you want to be a channel member, it's only $2.99 a month. Speaking of channel members, this Sunday we are doing a watch along to WrestleMania 25 on the Throwback. And if you are a channel member, you get to join us on the watch along as we watch the show live. So there you go. There you go with that. You guys can follow the Around the Point Network at AT Point Network. Follow me on X at HeelSteven. Big Mike, let the fine folks know where can they check out Detroit's favorite son, the ATP UK champion.
Check me out on Detroit Gamer 313 on X and here.
There you go. Thank you all for watching. You guys are awesome as always. For myself, for Big Mike, for TK, for the gang, for all of you out there, for all the women out there, for Okada, for Adam Copeland, this has been Something About Dynamite and Rampage here on the Around the Point Network. Thank you all. We will see you all in the next one.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.